everybody, welcome to the channel. Vand3rHorst here. I am going to be doing a special type of video series from now on where I am going to go back to a lot of our old reacts, probably in order, and I am actually going to start responding and showing you all some of the comments that have been on there because some of you have put up some really fascinating information and I wanted to share that around. So remember, if you're new to the channel, consider giving us a like and a sub and putting a comment on this video because that really goes a long way with directing the YouTube algorithm to put videos like this and others in front of the right people because y'all are awesome! You're the community that I've always dreamt of, and now you're here! So let's get into some of this and have some fun. Alright, so some of these comments are really cool. We're gonna start with the very first Yoyoka react that we did. It was Peter Gabriel's Steam, if you guys remember. One thing I loved about with this one was the thumbnail because I love that little thought bubble that's like, I need to practice. I still live with this realization to this day. Thanks, Yoyoka. Okay, so let's scroll down some of these and see if we can find some really interesting comments. Here we go. This one from iPhone Vids talks about welcoming us to the community, but being ready to get sucked into what he calls the Yoyoka vortex. He says you'll do a marathon of her videos, read comments, and get tired of it, but you still have a smile on your face, after you're finished watching that marathon of videos. He goes on to talk about how she is the most accomplished, if not one of the most accomplished 11-year-old drummers that you will ever come across, and more than some pro drummers out there. That's kind of fascinating, and it still fascinates me to this day how amazing Yoyoka really is as a performer. This person goes on to say, highly impressive and refreshing to see for such a young age, much less for an adult. I agree, that's very true. And very mature. I still would love to meet Yoyoka's parents. And this is actually where I got my idea to start and how we react to the videos from her oldest ones to her newest ones, because this person, iPhone Vids, says they suggest going back to the oldest videos and reacting from her earlier videos, especially the ones that were never really related to the bands that she's doing now. And it talks about showing off her progression and, showing her evolution in her musical capacity. And it just still blows my mind to this day how far she has come. So scrolling down some more, talking about how we're gonna get some of these reacts. Oh, this is one for Senri Kawaguchi. Okay, so this is the first time Senri was actually suggested for a react. That's pretty cool. Okay, here's a good one from Scott Bayless. Talks about how Yo-Yo is sponsored by Roland, and he says that they should have stepped up at NAMM and gave her the opportunity to play their kick-ass drum pad. I love it. And he even provides a clip that we can check out if we wanted to. And he goes on to say that he hopes that Yoyoka ends up covering a Van Hagar tune. So that would be really cool to see one day as well. iPhone Vids here goes on to say how he hopes that Yoyoka ends up getting to do another NAMM feature. That would be in the future. That would be really cool to see. This is a good one. Somebody here suggests that we react to her Murder by Numbers cover of The Police. That would be really cool to do as well. So I'll put that in there, Roger Starkey. Anna Pavlakis says, great to see the video that made you a Yoyoka fan. I went back and listened to the original song, and I have to say, I think her cover is way better. It got so much more funk and sparkle and life, it just wakes the whole song up. Anna, I agree 100%, and she has totally revitalized that inner soul fire of myself and the passion that I have for my own drumming. And I have just been practicing every day since I started this back in March on the 17th. I think it's when we posted our first video. And it has just completely given me a new vivacity for life. And I have Yoyoka to thank for that. And you all too as well for being such a wonderful and loving community. Thank you! Here's an interesting one from a Francovaderno. I'm surprised nobody's responded to this one yet. So many scrounchers try to attach at the success of Yoyoka. They are just interested that we will open their clip because of the name Yoyoka. Getting clicks means getting bucks. Why their opinion should be interesting for others, search for the name of Yoyoka, or as a result you will also find so many and then many bug drummer reactions, etc. all parasites. That is an interesting perspective, and I kind of agree with this actually. Not because you can't make good content, not because you're not funny or anything like that, but because there's no intuitive inner experience that comes from this and new perspective. You're not really teaching anybody anything new that they didn't already know. Which is why I'm glad that I'm in the React series, because I've got 15 years of professional drumming on-stage experience, along with 4 years of audio engineering experience, DAW experience, recording experience. I'm getting into the full-on, full-stack music production experience now, but everything that I've chosen to do throughout life has led me down to this career path. So, Mr. Franco, I do apologize if my video rubbed you the wrong way, but I promise you, I do know some shit. Okay, here's a good comment from Mark Lang 61. He says, hey buddy, in your video you mentioned how her sound is so clear and mixed so well. I found this Yoyoka video from when she was 9 years old. She explains in great detail how she creates the videos that we all watch, and I just find it so fascinating that a 9-year-old kid could possibly have this much technical knowledge. That's awesome! I'm gonna go and watch this actually, because I didn't even know that this was here. I liked it, but I guess I must have been scrolling through making sure that I got to everybody's comments to read them initially. But this was 2 months ago. I don't remember. I'm glad I found this. This is wonderful. So Mark Lang 61, I'm gonna watch this video and I might just make a video about it. I don't know. Great comment, friend. Great comment. PJ Lively has a great comment here. He says, this song perfectly demonstrates not only her mastery of the rudiments, but also the feel for the song. First, take a listen to the original drum track for the song, then go and appreciate her feel and restraint in playing to the song. Breathing life into the song and taking it to such a higher level. Simply awesome musicality in composition and performance, following in the footsteps of the greats. I love that, and I've always said to people that we stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us to see over the walls that are built in front of us to overcome. Don't ever forget just how powerful and how magnanimously wonderful you really are. Your hopes and dreams and desires and pursuits and passions are given to you for a reason. Don't ever forget that. And not only is it mandatory that you do the things that you're passionate about in life, but it's a necessity. Meaning, if life was an RPG video game, a level up would consist of you going down the life path of your destiny. Some might call this a bit of predetermination or predestination, but what's amazing about this is the free will that we have while following this path, which is the river that takes all of us down it, okay? It's just the way. And that's all the philosophy that I need to get into on that. If you like those, you should go check out my Reality Decoded series. It's 45 episodes of wonderful content about quality of life stuff, and you might actually enjoy it. You never know. Rockin Grandma, oh, what a killer name, says, unless somebody already informed you, all the microphone setups, mixing, producing, engineering, the Yo-Yo music videos are done by her dad, who is also a musician. Sir, I want to shake your hand. I want to meet you and have a conversation with you, Mr. Yoyoka. You are amazing. And one of my heroes, actually, and I don't even know your name. So thank you for what you do, and thank you for being a papa to one of the greatest musicians that the world has ever created. Thank you. Seriously. Wave here asks, are any more by Yo-Yo of Peter Gabriel stuff? Wow. Yes, for sure. I'm going to get back to it, I promise. Tom Sawyer, wonderful name. Thank you, Rush, for that great song. Says, really appreciate your Drummers Eye input. Even though I've watched Yoyoka's Steam 10 times by now, I'm still amazed at it. Going back to that comment that we had earlier, that's exactly why I started doing this series. I didn't have this idea. This was thrust upon me. Upon great leadership in history has been given to them by great democratic delegation. Don't ever forget that. I hope to be able to fill the shoes that you all have granted me the power of, and I love you guys for it. Thank you. 340 RPS says, at age 7, she was already doing ridiculous bass drum work. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. It's incredible. Them double do-do-do-do-do. That's amazing. I picture doing flutters on the bass drum like having a loaded, like, weapon. Okay? It's one movement that the muscle memory is so fluid and tight, it becomes, you know, that whipping motion. You can just whip it like a weapon. It's like, throw it out there and it does it on its own. Your body is magic. It truly is magic. Oh man, Mark Lang 61 here says, you are so fun to watch. Will you please do more Yoyoka covers? This is one of my favorite Yoyoka covers. Well, Mark, I hope that I have met your expectations up until now. I believe there might even be like 10 to 12 Yoyoka covers by now that I've reacted to, along with Love Bites, Bandmade, Senri Kawaguchi, and a few others actually. Eric Moore, LS DePario is on there. I'm really trying to cover as much ground as I possibly can, thanks to y'all and your suggestions. JJ here says, rewatch this after her YYZ cover, even better the second time. Yeah, go check out the YYZ cover and react that I did from Yoyoka as well. That one blew me away. It was hard for me to do that one because of Neil Peart's death, because Tom Sawyer was the first song I ever learned how to play on drums, and man, that hit home. God rest his soul! And what a great job she did on that song. Seriously. Jim Morrison here says, I dig the 100 pauses. They are warranted. It's a reaction, you know? In the moment, there is a timing for it. So, in the first couple of videos that I did, I actually would watch the video and pause it as I would watch through it, giving my initial, you know, first time watcher approach reaction to it, along with the analytical approach. About, I don't know, 3 to 5 videos down the line of this, I got the bright idea to actually let the video play through, give a 100% genuine, like, oh my God, response to it. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. I actually haven't had a bad react yet. You guys have given me such amazing music to react to. And to be honest, in the beginning of all of this, I was actually concerned that y'all would mess with me a little bit and give me stuff to react to that I would say you would test me, basically. I was worried about that. I'm not even gonna lie. But y'all have really come through and bolstered my hope. Y'all are just dope. I love you. I love you. And you all have really revitalized my faith in humanity. Thank you. But what's good about this comment, though, is it gave me the idea to watch the video completely all the way through and then give it a second watch through, because some of these are so good, I want to watch them 4 or 5 times, you know, because you learn something new with each watch through. It's like a really good TV series. So this is what gave me the idea to be able to do the current streams. And I'm telling you guys, I respond to every single comment, every single one. That's not a joke. I really try to take this job as seriously as possible because this is my career, okay? For those of you who don't know, I was a wrestler in high school. My sister and I qualified to go all the way to the Olympics, but before that happened, I had 2 wrestling accidents. I spider fractured the left side of my skull, and I compressed my 3rd and 4th axial vertebrae, so I can't hold my arms above my head like this, and I can't really stand up or sit down for long periods of time. I have to stay active. It's like rehab. Or get neck surgery, and I don't want to do that because I'm afraid that that would put me out for like a year or 2 in drums, and I don't ever want to give that up. I would rather be in pain and take Excedrin every day and do what I have to do in order to give you guys amazing video content. Because I love doing this, I really do. It's my passion. It really is my passion to be an entertainer. Okay, I've been playing drums since I was 7. I started writing drum cadence music for the military middle and high school that I went to, starting in the 6th grade summer school, and there's just so much details about my life that I could go into that I can't wait to get to share with you all. But I don't want to just thrust this information upon you either. So as we go through all these videos, you all might get to know me a little bit better, and I can't wait for that. I really can't. So I just wanted to point out from some of these comments that I really do take the time every day to read every single comment, good and bad. I don't hide comments unless they're from the spam bots, you know, those weird text with the timestamps, and it's just like, go to this website. No, I get rid of those. But everybody else, I leave it. It's an open forum of discussion and debate because I love having ideological talks with you all and getting cultured up from many different cultures. That's why I'm actually glad that half of our audience, like 49%, is from Japan. It's incredible. I've always wanted to visit there, and maybe one day with y'all's help, I can make that happen. Wouldn't that be cool? Among a few other places in the world that I've always wanted to visit, like New Zealand. I've always wanted to go to the UK. But if I go to the UK, I'm not going to stay for very long. I'm definitely going to want to like travel around Europe and look at some places. But this journey has been so amazing. And every time I sit back and I actually like think about it, had I not made the decision to do that react of Yoyoka's Peter Gabriel's Steam song, had I not made that decision, I would not be here talking to you all. So I want you to really consider how amazing the universe can be sometimes when it just drops stuff in your lap that's supposed to be there. Which is actually really funny because I had a discussion with my partner today, my YouTube partner today, about this very subject. This is exactly the conversation I was having with my partner earlier about how when I did the Reality Decoded series, and it was 45 episodes, and it took me from October until like February to do all of that, because I'm a one-man army. I do all the editing myself, all the music, all the writing, all of the research, truth verification, all that kind of stuff, validity, all that stuff, formatting. I did say editing, but there's enough of it where it's worth mentioning it twice. I create all of my own assets, find all my own clips, all of that stuff. One-man army is what I call it. My mom calls it a man with many hats. I'm sure a lot of people have heard that phrase before as well. But I was disheartened because a 45 episode series that I created from my soul, to me at first seemingly failed, when in reality, I forgot that I literally got 1,000 subscribers from it in just a couple of months on a damn near fresh account. I went from 175 subscribers to like 1,300 from the Reality Decoded series. And the point that I'm trying to make about all of this is sometimes in life, winning is losing. It's going to feel a lot of the time like you're not making any forward progress because things aren't succeeding in the way your brain preconceivingly created this idea of how you think it should reward you, when in reality, you should be more open-minded to the unlimitedness that the universe has to offer. And that is what I'm trying to make the point of here, is that had I never made the decision to do this React series, I would not be 34, 37 videos down this pipeline. I would not have 2,756 subscribers. I would not be getting 100,000 views a month. I wouldn't know all of you. And I certainly wouldn't be this happy. That's the truth. And I certainly wouldn't have grown into my size, as my mom puts it as well. I'm so grateful that you all have came into my life and have given me this opportunity to be in your living rooms every day. I really am grateful for that. And I hope that you continue to keep choosing the Vand3rHorst channel. I really do. And I hope you tell your friends about us. I'm definitely going to be continuing on to this comment series because this is a lot of fun. And I love getting to do these because I get to speak to you all from the heart about a lot of this stuff. If you want to see one of your comments get featured, because I plan on doing this for like literally every single comment. I don't plan on skimping at all. Even the bad ones, okay? Even the bad ones. If you want to see your stuff included, you know, join in on the conversation. There's so many wonderful people to talk to in this community, okay? And thank you all from the bottom of my heart again. If I get egregious with the amount of times I say thank you, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You're talking to somebody who has literally built their YouTube channel from a grassroots effort. I had nothing short of living under a bridge before I started this, okay? And now I have a shirt on my back that has my merchandise logo on it. Ha! And I have you all to thank for that. So I love you. And until next time, I will see you all later.